We need to make room in our lives for people who are different from us, 'cause there always will be. Hi guys, I'm Samuel Moser, and welcome to Moser Meadows Records. Today I'm going to talk with you about my song, That's Okay, as well as the story behind the main character of the song. When I was about 6 years old, I was riding in the car one time, and I drew a picture of a character that I called Rock and Roll. I didn't know what I thought of rock music at the time that I drew this picture, so I wasn't sure what I thought of this character either. As I drew him, I came up with a song that he would sing that went,
"That's okay, but you better step out of my way. I'm saying that's okay, but you better step out of my way."
I kind of categorized that drawing and that song with random things I was okay with, but didn't care much for. There are many things today I'm not sure about that lots of people will either love or disagree with and hate. I kind of put those in the take it or leave it category myself. These days, I have a philosophy that nothing is insignificant and everything matters. I think of a time from my childhood, such as when I came up with random songs like this one, and try to see how I can use them today. Later in life, I started developing my cartoon characters after I'd decided that Tommy the Cowboy was going to be an animated character, and I'd come up with several others. I put them into a neighborhood that I eventually called SJville. One brother who was helping me brainstorm drew his own version of rock and roll that looked very different from my original picture, which was supposed to be realistic. I eventually adopted this though as his new look because I liked it so much. And we decided he would live on the outskirts of SJville in a rocky area. There are mean words that when you're younger you categorize as bad words. When I was little, one of those was step out of my way. Okay, that's more of a phrase than a word. But we each have our own way that we are trying to go in, so much so that sometimes other people who are different from us are obstacles that simply get in the way. People we love are usually hurt when we tell them to leave us alone. But sometimes alone time is just what we need, and it's a loving thing to give us space. I think everyone needs time to themselves for quiet thinking time that is best for others not to intrude on. But we weren't made to spend all of our time by ourselves. I know after my much needed alone time, I go crazy if I can't see other people. During the years my high school friends went to college, I spent some time trying to make some new friends. I thought it would be best to get to know people who shared my opinions and avoid those I disagree with. I started to realize in my normal circles there were actually people who thought very differently than I did. Having good conversations with those people, I realized we really weren't that different. There was always something we had in common, and it was okay to disagree on other things. That was about when I came to realize we don't avoid people because we don't care. We go so strongly against our differences because other people are so much like us. Too much like us. They're part of our world. It hurts the core of who we are when we can't accept who they are and we fear they'll hurt us. I think of tolerance as a cage we put our heart in. Things we tolerate are things we allow to exist outside of the cage. My family used to say this about wasps. If you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. We've changed our mind on this. But that's a lot of the mindset we can have about people too. Leave other people alone so that they leave you alone. But if we think of our neighbors as wasps, we're not really loving them.
Unless you love wasps.
As I've mentioned in another video, my little brother Puzzle and I have many things that make us different. I've gotten into the habit of pointing those things out to him and then saying, "But that's okay." And I realized it was time to write the song. Looking at my own life, I have enough things that make me different from everybody else. And I realized I should treat others the way I want to be treated. We need to make room in our lives for people who are different from us, 'cause there always will be. And this is a good thing. If this world was all one color, or if all food was the same flavor, for instance, we wouldn't care much for it. But thankfully, that's not the way life is, and it's not the way people are either. At our core, yes, we are the same. We are made of the same substance, and we breathe the same elements. We get rain and food and many shared experiences. We should find out what things we enjoy in the same way with other people, while at the same time learn to love the different. Whether we agree with our friends or not, we can be open with them, and open to change as well. But there is a world of difference between being okay with people and actually loving them. I hope you enjoyed the music video and that the commentary shed some light on the meaning of the song. Leave a comment below on your thoughts on the song, and don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you next time.